Kwe, and welcome to the last of the 2021 Pow Wow Pitch semifinals for the United States of America, Canada's territories, and our youth categories, presented by RBC, Shopify, and Facebook. Sunshine Tenasco and Indigenous Cause, and I'm the founder of Pow Wow Pitch. I'll be your host for tonight's Pow Wow Pitch semifinals, where Indigenous entrepreneurs from across Turtle Island will pitch for their chance to advance to the finals and win $50,000 in cash prizes to help them to start and scale up their businesses. Thank you for joining us. 7 years ago today, I started Pow Wow Pitch with the vision of combining Indigenous culture and social innovation to create a platform to celebrate, showcase, and put the spotlight on Canada's Indigenous entrepreneurs. Over the years, Pow Wow Pitch has supported more than 500 Indigenous entrepreneurs to take their businesses to the next level. And this week, we will support 150 more. This year, we opened up Pow Wow Pitch to Indigenous entrepreneurs across Turtle Island and unveiled our new brand and a website at powwowpitch.org. We also launched the Pow Wow Pitch podcast, the Indigenous Startup Program, the Pow Wow Pitch Mailer Box, and the Indigenous Entrepreneur Awards, and grew our community to more than 30,000. None of this would have been possible without the passionate investment, support, and employee volunteerism contributed by our sponsors and partners. Thank you and miigwech to our co-presenting sponsors, RBC, Shopify, and Facebook. To our silver sponsors, Business Development Bank of Canada, NACA, and Canada Post. To our seed sponsors, Export Development Canada, Square, Sierra, MyTax, Raven Indigenous Capital Partners, and Invest Ottawa. To our collaborating partners, Startup Canada, Raven Reed, Arctic, and Jelly Academy. And to our promotional partners. We are broadcasting from the MyTax studio in Ottawa, Ontario on unceded and unsurrendered Anishinaabe territory. This summer, 1,642 applications poured in from across Turtle Island, from nations like the Salish, the Inuit, the Métis, the Cree, the Ojibwe, the Anishinaabe, the Mi'kmaq, and Navajo. We shortlisted the top entrepreneurs from each region and matched them with outstanding mentors in the lead up to this week's semifinals. Every night this week, you'll have the chance to watch the Pow Wow Pitch semifinalists pitch to our esteemed panels of judges as they compete for a place in the Pow Wow Pitch finals taking place on October 20th. Prizes include $500 for the winner of each region, a $500 People's Choice Prize, a $1,000 youth prize, a $3,000 alumni prize, $5,000 for third place, $10,000 for second place, and $25,000 for first place. In total, this year we will be awarding $50,000 in cash prizes. Each semifinalist has 1 minute for their pitch, followed by a 2-minute of Q&A by the judges. Judges are evaluating whether the entrepreneur has clearly communicated their product or service, their value proposition, and whether their planned pathway to sustainability and success, and whether they are convinced the entrepreneur will follow through. Join the conversation online tonight using the hashtag #PowWowPitch. You can also vote for your favorite entrepreneur to win the People's Choice Prize, which includes $500 and an express entry into the finals. Go to powwowpitch.org/vote to submit your vote with 1 vote per person. Let's begin by meeting tonight's esteemed panel of judges. Joining us this evening is Carla Woodward, Vice President of Real Estate and Construction Services at RBC. Brandon Davenport, Senior Lead for Underrepresented Entrepreneurs at Shopify. Kevin Rose, National Program Manager at NACA. Martine Guerrero, Small Business and Community Advocate at Square. And Michaeli Lazor, Owner and Creative Director of Sequoia and past Pow Wow Pitch winner. It's time to meet the semi-finalists from the United States of America. Let's get started. First up, we have Danielle Pieratos, co-founder of Harvest Nation.
Harvest Nation grows heirloom fruits and veggies with aeroponics indoors and has direct distribution to individuals and families using a farm box subscription sales model. We combined aeroponics and local distribution to increase healthy fresh food access in food deserts like ours in northern Minnesota. We need healthier food options to prevent and treat diabetes and heart disease. Transitioning to healthier eating is really hard, so we're adding fun and tasty recipes to make meal prep much easier. Our website and e-commerce platforms connect us with our customers and makes it simple to manage subscriptions, payments, and pickup times. We're raising $3 million to launch our first farm. Pow Wow Pitch funding will pay for equipment for research students to automate a motorized grow light track system that will reduce the number of lights we need and our energy costs by half, saving us almost $250,000. Miigwech, thank you.
Wow, Danielle, that was fantastic. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. My only question is, when you mentioned the we part, right? Who's the team behind you that's supporting you in your venture here?
So my mother, Denise Pieratos, she's our primary founder and tech brain. She's brilliant, MIT trained, and my aunt Tracy Dagan and my sister Nikki Pieratos.
Great, thank you, Danielle. I was just wondering, does your background at all play into your business venture?
Yes, I am major, and so I've seen how the food system over time has been a big part of our colonization. Our education outreach portion is a really big part of who we are. Growing up in the food system, I took everything at value, which was to my own health, kind of negative impact there. So just knowing that food is medicine and that we can heal the community is really, really hopeful.
Great pitch. Tell me, what is your vision for your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, we're hoping to have other Harvest Nation farms at least 2 other tribal communities, one the Inupiat, and another potentially in the Southwest.
Thank you.
Hi, Danielle. Great job. So can you give me, I guess, not having a technical background, you mentioned the term aeroponics, and I hope I'm even saying that correctly. Can you explain to us what that is?
Yeah, it's like hydroponics, except the roots are free hanging in misted at certain intervals. We're actually using an advanced form of agponics that mists the grow space, so it's even more efficient, using 90% less space nutrients than regular soil farming.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, time is up. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you, Danielle. Great job.
Good job.
Next up, we have Xanthia Sue Jackson, owner of the Lice Angels of Wolf Point.
Hello, my name is Xanthia Jackson. I am an enrolled member with the Fort Peck Sioux and Assiniboine tribes located in northeastern Montana. I strive to help my community with head lice removal. I own a franchise known as the Lice Angels of Wolf Point. Since opening my business in January of 2021, I have had over 120 lice removal appointments. Not everybody has been able to afford it, so I have 75% of my clients are based off of donations and fundraisers that I have worked very hard for. I have clients that walk out of my clinic lice-free in a matter of 45 minutes. Their lives have been changed with more confidence. Thank you.
What's one of your biggest challenges? You mentioned about fundraising, but what would be your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is the price. So the price is $150 to $85. The lowest is $85, and that's just purely off of kind heart. I lower the price so that they can afford it, but it's still a little too high for my community. So I do a lot of fundraisers on my personal Facebook.
Hey, Xanthia, great job on the presentation there. Similar question to previous. How do you envision transitioning to a more paid model versus having to, rely on fundraisers or donations?
I currently have a contract in the works with IHS. It's our local government clinic for Native Americans. It's not completed yet, but it's in the works of getting started. So I hope I can get approved for that so that they don't have to pay for it at all.
Great. Hi, Xanthia. I was just wondering, could you detail, or as close as you could, if you won the 25,000, how would you spend it?
I would spend it on more product and free appointments for the community.
Hi, Xanthia. Great pitch. Where do you see the business in 5 years?
I hope to see my business with a staff and more people to help.
Oh, thank you. That was awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Xanthia.
That was great. Thanks, Xanthia.
Up next, we have Austin Charles Serio, co-founder and CEO of ShockTalk.
GPWO, my name is Austin Serio. I'm a co-founder of ShockTalk and a member of the Shockery tribe of South Carolina. When I was 12, I lost my 18-year-old brother to an opioid overdose. Native American and Alaska Native peoples are disproportionately impacted by negative mental health outcomes due to historical and intergenerational trauma. With ShockTalk, culturally tailored telemental health care is delivered through the social channels most commonly used by Indigenous communities. Through social channels, Indigenous peoples are regularly overexposed to traumatizing imagery. ShockTalk is launching first on Facebook Messenger, with future plans to expand to Instagram and SMS. Our team of 3 has been co-creating with community since beginning on Indigenous Peoples Day in 2019 in Lenape-Hogang. We've recently completed MVP development and are preparing for a private beta later this year. If chosen, we plan to reinvest the grand prize in designing a private beta with our community partner USET, an organization of 33 federally recognized member nations from Maine to East Texas. Mohawk.
So tell me, where would you see your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would see us, first, we plan to expand through the ITU system, really helping IHS to reach more people, but we would also like to build a provider network that can help to provide service to state-recognized nations and unrecognized nations as well. I come from an unrecognized nation. My folks are neighbors to the Lumbee, who are the largest tribe east of the Mississippi, but don't have the recognition status they deserve.
Thank you.
Great job, Austin. And really good cause. Can you tell me a little bit about like your projections? How do you sort of see the number of patients you'll be able to serve in the next 12 months, and then the revenues sort of associated with that?
Yeah. So right now, what we're focused on just for the short term is we want to make sure that we do this right. So we're working with community partners. We want to make sure that we're taking a trauma-informed approach to this before we really go and scale it out. That's why we're working with USET. But in terms of the revenue, something that we're really looking at relying on is Medicaid reimbursement, and our advisor has informed us that Medicaid reimbursement is at least $8 billion, and that is an undercounted number, as well as the IHS budget of $6.2 trillion.
So what would you say is your number one competitive advantage?
So our number one competitive advantage is primarily that we would be the first telehealth app to actually work within the ITU system, which is the healthcare system run by the Indian Health Service here in the United States. The other thing is that we're planning to leverage different aspects of the IHS chat program to have federally certified providers that can actually cross state lines. So really being the first to leverage and build out that framework from a third-party perspective.
Awesome, man. Good job.
Up next is Andrea Leah Worden, founder of Myrna Mame.
Hello, my name is Andrea Worden. I am Choctaw and Cherokee. After a simultaneous emergency craniotomy and cesarean, followed by a year of cancer treatment, I decided it was time to pursue my passion project, Myrna Mame, an interactive members-only buyers club specializing in artisan-made goods from around the world. As curator, I will travel 2 to 4 times a year to pre-selected artisan shops, where I will spend time getting to know the shop owners, observe them in their craft, and learn about their trade and culture. This will be captured for my members through videos and photos and made part of their buying experience. I believe people will treasure what they buy more if they know the person who made the item, and that they'll throw away less and better appreciate the environmental impact of their possessions. In a world full of the same sort of nothing, Myrna Mame stands out. This grant will be used to assist with my first trip, to purchase sample products, and to build a custom marketplace platform.
Thank you, Andrew. That was great. I appreciate that, taking your time today. So I'm want to know, who are your customers? Who are you planning on selling this service or product to?
Well, it could be men or women, but I do think it would probably be people in the upper middle class who have expendable income. But
Okay,
I say this, but curated boxes currently are a $17 million industry. And even though this is not a curated box, it is a curated membership. And our memberships begin at $100 a month. So I think that most curated boxes also begin at $100 a month.
Great. Hi, Andrea. Thank you so much. I was just wondering, what has been your biggest challenge so far with your business?
Well, I was concerned about whether people would want to buy a membership as opposed to a subscription, but I created a website as a marketing tool and have had people sign up with that. And so in order to incentivize people to buy, what I'm going to begin to do is buy samples from different artisans. And I showed you my little boy's shoes that I bought, which was what inspired it all, and list them for sale, but people can't buy them unless they become a member. And then they have access to purchase these items. So I'm going to do that to build my membership. But that has been a struggle to come up with that idea.
Great pitch, Andrea. Thank you very much. Where do you see your business in 5 years?
Well, honestly, as I said, I'd gone through this tragic moment in my life, and I am a lawyer, and I'm trying to get out of the law and do something I'm passionate about, which is travel and style and being not the same sort of nothing. And so for me, I see it still being myself, but just increasing the members, because the whole purpose was me being able to travel and enjoy it.
Next up, we have Angelo Orion McHorse, co-founder of Bison Star Naturals.
Hiyaho, I'm Angelo McHorse of the Red Willow people of Taos Pueblo, and I am the co-founder of Bison Star Naturals. You are standing here with me in the newly completed Bison Star build, where we make all of our products in small batches and we fulfill orders out of our packing and shipping station. We are very proud that this building was completed through the sales of our lotion and our soap. And I was able to build this building with my own two hands and the helping hands of my friends, family, and community here in Taos Pueblo. We're very proud that it was done with loans or without no private funding. Any prize money that we receive will be utilized to scale our product inventory so that we can meet the demand of large wholesale partners as well as our growing online sales.
Thanks, Angelo. My question was, where do you see your business in 5 years?
Yes, in 5 years, we hope to have global partners, be a nationally recognized brand, and we hope to have a huge team with all of our fulfillment automated.
Angelo, great job. Can you tell me a little bit about the team that you have with you?
Sure. Currently, the team is myself, my wife, and our newest third team member, and all of us take care of all the daily operations from production to order fulfillment to all of our main campaigns, administrative work, and also the construction of our newly finished workshop.
Angelo, great presentation, man. Good pitch. Who's the inspiration? What was your inspiration behind the idea?
Once my wife became pregnant, she could not find any body cooks to meet the demands of her sensitive skin, and so I credit her high-quality taste for us developing a product line that's clean, high quality, and good for all skin types.
Awesome.
Great job. You answered my question now. I was just about to ask you, what's the advantage, what's the differentiator in your product? And you just happened to mention it's, if you can expand on that a little more.
Sure. We are an Indigenous company, but we want the quality of our products to be the first foot forward. And we also want to share the scents and smells of our beautiful Southwest region.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Hi, Angelo. Great job. I'm in the same industry as you. So my question is, could you tell me a little bit more about the name behind your business, Bison Star?
Sure. So we don't have any animal products in any of our body care, and it was actually my niece who named the business. So one day around the feast table, my little niece mistaked my wife's maiden name, Brissenstall, for Bison Star, and so my little niece thought that my wife's last name was Bison Star, and we all laughed and forgot about it. But when we went on to name the business, we remembered my little niece, and that's how Bison Star got its name.
That's awesome.
Great, thank you.
Up next, we have Shayai Lucero, founder of Earth and Sky Floral Designs.
Guatsi Helpa, my name is Shayai Lucero. I am from the pueblos of Acoma and Laguna. I am the owner and floral designer of Earth and Sky Floral Designs. My journey as an entrepreneur was not part of my life plan, and I naively thought it would be an easy career. Although the past 12 years have been a challenge, I am now gaining recognition as a Native American floral designer within the international floral industry, where I am the less than 1%. I have been commissioned by high-profile clients to create floral designs, including the National FBI Office and the Hood Museum of Art. I would like to use the award money to do a community engagement dream project of mine. The project is a high-styled fashion photo shoot that is not Native inspired, rather Native created, where all the team players are Native creatives. The impact of the photo shoot will reveal Native talent available in various industries, including fashion, art, floral, and retail.
Can you please tell me a little bit of how do people find you? How do you find your customers?
I am a reservation-based florist, so a lot of my customers have been word of mouth. And being a Native American florist, there's not very many of us. I use the hashtag Native American Florist or Indigenous Florist in a lot of my social media postings. And that's actually how they got hold of me, was with the hashtag Native American Florist.
Nice. Thank you.
Hey, Shay, great job. Awesome. Shay, how do you find success? What's your definition of success?
For Pueblo people, our definition of success is mainly on how we can give back to the community. And it's not as a measurement of how much money you make, but it's of how you get community involved. So during the pandemic, I would apply for various grants to help not only a business survive, but also I used the money to help other entrepreneurs who may not have had access to the tools that I have. So I created a lot of community floral artist collaborations so that it would help not only me as a florist, but other artists as well. And that's part of this dream project I would like to do.
Hi, great presentation. Thank you very much. You touched on it a little bit. Being an entrepreneur is not an easy job. Can you tell us a little bit about the team you have behind you that supports you when things get rough?
I have a great team. In 12 years, it has been tough, and it started actually with a community loan fund who actually took the risk in providing the initial startup capital, and that was 12 years ago. Being a reservation-based business, oops.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
Next up, we have Tekahentakhwa, Tarbell, founder of Niawen.
Do you perform your own self-ceremony? Niawen Skincare is all about empowerment of you and your skin. I am the proud founder of Niawen Skincare, an esthetician with 3 decades of experience. I am passionate about empowering Indigenous youth and adults with their skin. I grew up alongside my dada Tom in his garden. This is where my love of organic medicinal plants blossomed. As a young adult, I faced severe acne. So severe, I wore a face caked full of foundation. I looked like I was wearing a white mask. Having struggled with skin insecurities, I know the feeling that Indigenous youth are going through. This is why I'm so passionate about empowering Indigenous peoples with their skin. The reason I'm here right now is to support youth and adults to empower and be their authentic selves, to calm their mind, to be intentional both internally and externally. Are you ready for the Niawen journey? Thank you.
Where do you see your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see a factory on my land here on the reservation in Akwesasne, and my workers, all Native Indigenous women, and a whole like culture of empowerment of each other and what we're producing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah, for a really great presentation. Can you please tell me, how do people find your products today?
I have an online store. I'm also in a few native casino spas. I have just started back to wholesaling, so starting to, contact those people that have carried my brand before. So other than that, it's online social media.
Hey, thanks. That was awesome. Good pitch. What would you consider one of the best strengths about your business idea?
My best strengths, I think, is about all empowerment of the women. Of we are the matriarch. We are the one that is like the power to bring about and instill that in our children. So that is part of my everything for my brand, is to portray that and relay that and build that within. The matriarch all the way down to the little baby starting to grow.
Why you started your business?
I started my business. Yawa in my Mohawk language means giving thanks. So I give thanks to the Creator for giving me the affliction of cancer, because without it, I would not have my brand. So I named my brand Yawa for that reason.
Great. Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Kristin Dawn Gentry, founder of KreativeNative.
Halito, Sahachipiya, Kristin Gentry, Choctaw Sia Ishkisia, Tungstalampona. Hello, my name is Kristin Gentry. I am Choctaw, I'm an artist, and I'm a mother. I created my business about 15 years ago as a fine artist to create paintings, and now I have transformed my business to be a jewelry business. So I started with the paintings to talk about cultural preservation, and through that, in the last 15 years, I've learned that I really need to be focusing on cultural reclamation, because nobody's going to give me that culture. I'm going to have to go reclaim what has been taken from me and all the other tribes here in the United States. And I work from like my Southeastern tribal culture, and with the $25,000, I would like to work on branding. I need a logo for my business, work with other Indigenous companies to help grow my business so that I can create those conversations through the jewelry. The jewelry works as a great conversation starter to talk about that cultural reclamation for the culture that we have lost as Indigenous people. Cookie, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kristin. That was fantastic. Where do you see your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to be a business that can go outside of the United States so that we can show the rest of the world what Southeastern tribal culture looks like versus kind of what we're represented in media. Media shows the U.S. tribes as very monolithic and very Southwestern, and my tribal culture is very different, and it's not really shown a lot in media, and I'd like to show the rest of the world that, and then work with other companies to build my company so that I can create the small conversations I have now, but on a larger scale, so we can really delve into that reclamation and getting our culture back for ourselves.
Nice job, Kirsten. So as we know, of course, having customers is how we grow our business. How do customers today find your products and find out about your company in order to purchase?
Okay, people can visit my Instagram for the KreativeNative. They can go to my website, kristingentry.com. I sell at galleries and museums in Oklahoma and New Mexico. I sell at First Americans Museum, Philbrook Museum, all different galleries. People can buy from me when I set up at powwows, dances, cultural events, lots of different ways.
You had mentioned some of the ways you're selling now. What do your sales look like now? Like how have sales been?
I average about 15 to 20 individual orders on my website. And then in person at all those galleries and museums, they typically order about 30 to 35 pairs each location per month.
Up next is Jennifer Atchico-Shrestha, founder of Indigenous Eyecon.
Hi, so Indigenous Eyecon aims to connect part of my Dakota Sioux language to your daily makeup routine. I am doing that by indigenously naming each makeup product based on an indigenous word, particularly my eyelash collection. Think of it as building a relationship with your makeup routine, as our eyes represent the four corners of the universe, north, east, south, and west of the physical world. The inner lines represent the spirit world, which the medicine man had knowledge of. The center circle represents the eye, the medicine man, and his spiritual vision. My company launched during the Reservation Economic Summit in Las Vegas last month, and myself as an up-and-coming makeup artist for Indigenous fashion designers, I want to keep on building my portfolio as an MUA, showcasing my own brand and having my brand speak for itself as I continue to do fashion shows in the Indigenous circle. Being able to present and work closely with the fashion designers to travel with them, reaching more people and developing my presence and our interactions. This is my motivation to keep moving forward as I learn to educate others.
My question is, if you were to win the big $25,000, what would you do with it?
So I have, I need to have inventory upkeep as my business grows, and I know it will grow as I just launched last month. I want to be able to ship internationally, so I need to be able to get more mailing products and expanding I want to expand to store shelves with collaborations, a website upkeep, and become more sustainable and eco-friendly.
Fantastic pitch, Jennifer. Thank you. Where do you see your business in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to be on store shelves and be known as one of the Indigenous brands that everybody knows. They want to be able to see my product and just say, oh, I know that product and I want to wear it. Basically, I just want to be known everywhere.
Thank you.
Great job, Jennifer. I saw you raise up one of your products. Can you tell me about your current products and then your product roadmap?
Okay, so this product is one of my eyelash collection. I had previously said that I name them after Dakota language. This one's called Wohpe, which is the peace spirit, and I'm wearing them right now. So it's more of an educational learning tool that Wohpe means the patron of harmony, beauty, peace, and pleasure. So I want people to be able to radiate that when they're putting on the makeup so they can see.
I like
it. Thank you.
Hey, great job. Great job. What was one of your biggest challenges, Jennifer?
Well, my biggest challenge is my website. I am still working with my developer to get it perfect because I want to. That's my biggest obstacle right now is just getting the website built. It's there, but it's not what I want right now. Thank you.
Awesome job, Jennifer. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank
Jennifer.
Thank you
I
so
saw
much.
you right there.
Up next is Iakowi Oaks, founder of Mohawk Coterie.
Have you ever gone shopping and saw apparel and footwear made by non-native companies resembling native culture? I have, and I snagged it immediately. We're at a time when representation matters, and how we see each other is important. It gives us added strength to live out loud and proud of who we are, a people resistant to colonial ideas of oppression and energized to wear our hearts on our sleeve. Mohawk Coterie targets Native professionals, athletes, and allies of the resistance. We began in bespoke jewelry in 2014, and we are currently well received by Indian country for athleisure. Mohawk Coterie also features swimwear and accessories for women, men, gender non-conforming, and plus sizes. Fashion is a $1.9 trillion industry with few native brands, close to 7 million natives in the US alone, and millions of allies unserved. The native market demand is growing, and Mohawk Coterie will continue to proudly serve and expand into native-made footwear with your help. We are seeking $25,000 to acquire shoemaking machinery, garage to studio space renovation, and professional development. We plan to launch bespoke footwear in 2022.
Great. Thank you so much for that presentation. That was awesome. Great job. You mentioned you've been around since 2014. What have your history of sales been like, and where do you see those sales growing in the future?
Wow. So my model has been and will probably remain in being a vendor and doing pop-up shops in and around fashion weeks in New York, as well as around powwows and around Native conferences and other activist sort of festivals. So I've done pretty well. face-to-face in pop-up shops. I just went to Res 2021 and presented my athleisure collection and did really well. For a 3-day event, we brought in probably like around $9,000. But it's really based on that. It's tough right now with the pandemic, but really pushing through.
Yeah. I didn't want to say I was at Res. I saw you there.
Oh, yeah, I did really well. That's why I said I was well received by Indian country. Yeah.
So could you tell us a little bit about your biggest challenges with your business?
My biggest challenges would be in being a maker, a beadwork artist, and really doing like artisanal work and creating like 1 to 4 maximum of each piece, and always having to be innovative and always having to, just to really, I guess, figure out how to capitalize on each piece because I don't mass produce. That's where I'm also planning on going with the shoemaking. Which would be bespoke, which would be like made to order, as well as some ready to wear, but all handmade.
Great, thank you so much.
Our final pitch from the United States of America is Adrienne Berry, founder of Waterlilly Botanicals.
Yat Adrienne Jody Inchlan, Toda Cheatney Inchlan, Dash Cheatney, Bushes Cheen, Matnishkishi Dosha Nalek, Lizathona Dosha Che. Hi, my name is Adrienne Berry, and I'm with Waterlilly Botanicals LLC, where we offer natural, holistic, natural skin products. And we live in the Pacific Northwest. I am Navajo, and I live and operate my business on the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation. We have been in business for a little over a year now, and the extra funding could upscale our business in a big way by offering quality herbs through a mobile apothecary, expanding our digital marketing with in-person marketing, and acquiring business insurance for product placement throughout the U.S. and helping us expand our herbal farm, and everything aligns with our vision statement.
Great job, Adrienne. Thank you so much. I was just wondering, could you tell me a little bit more on your herbal farm expansion? That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, so I have experience as a sustainable farmer or a gardener. And so I'm hoping to build a 2,562 square foot herbal farm where we will grow 9 of our herbs that we use regularly, so we don't have to outsource from different companies.
Great pitch, Adrienne. Thank you. Could you please tell me what was the inspiration for your business?
So with the pandemic, I ended up having to leave my full-time job to take care of my kids. And during my last job, I really learned that I love making natural products. I've been studying herbs for over 15 years, and it just kind of stuck with me. And I love it. I love making natural skin products, salves, body butters, ointments, all that good stuff.
Nice job. So how do people find your products today? Where can they purchase your products and learn more about Waterlilly?
So I have a website. It's waterlillybotanicals.com. And then we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, and then I'm just getting up our YouTube. So we're going to be doing like educational videos on growing herbs, making natural products. And, yeah.
What have been one of your biggest challenges getting into business?
Funding to get a lot of our products, because I am getting new products out there. So yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge.
Great job, Adrienne.
Thank you.
It's time to meet the semifinalists from Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. Let's get started. First up, we have Joella Hogan, CEO of the Yukon Soaps Co.
Hey, Ms. Sultan. Good morning. I'm Joella Hogan, owner of the Yukon Soaps Company, and I want people to know that when they support my business, they're supporting my mission to empower and nurture an Indigenous community in Canada's North. I'm part of an economic shift in my traditional territory, and I want to continue to reduce the impacts that we as consumers have on the fragile Arctic ecosystem. My products are made for Northerners and those that want to learn more about more about us and to be like us. Yukon Soaps is well positioned as the largest Indigenous soap maker in the Yukon and brings strong brand recognition and, most importantly, the support of elders and knowledge keepers. Building on this support, I'm so confident that I could continue to be a regenerative change maker with an investment from Pow Wow Pitch. This investment would go towards research and development into reducing waste in a way that is grounded with ecological values of Northerners and Indigenous people at all levels, and further positioning Yukon Soaps as a leader in business. As a leader!
Yay! Where is your product currently sold? Is it sold in stores? Is it strictly online? How do you plan to market that product out to the different marketplaces?
Yeah, so pre-COVID, I was mostly doing wholesale within the Yukon. I wasn't really marketing out because I was still small. Certainly, the pandemic made me shift, and now about 75% of my sales are online, and I'm now also doing wholesale outside of Canada as well, making the remaining part.
Hi, Joella. Nice to see you. I was just wondering what got you started?
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. I was working for my First Nation doing heritage, and I wanted to do more for the community. My vision was to have some kind of business or organization that would provide meaningful skills and link people to culture. Soap was just the product. It was more about community and capacity building, and soap is something we all need.
Great pitch. I'm wondering where you see your business in 5 years, Joella.
Yeah, well, certainly right now, trying to keep up of demand with Yukoners and Northerners. That I really believe that the North needs more accessibility to good natural products. I have begun working on export outside of Canada to Scandinavia because they have similar goals and values as the North. So eventually expanding more to Canada, but focusing on Europe first.
Hey, Joella, thank you so much for that. It was a really good pitch. Can you please tell me about your financials for this year? How is it going so far?
Yeah, well, this year, of course, continued growth. Last year, I was able to triple my sales from 5 years before, and I'm well on my way to doubling my sales for the end of 2022. So, focusing more.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have Nicole Kampog, designer at ENB Artist.
Esteemed judges, my name is Nicole Kampog, an Inuk seamstress from Nunavut and one half of ENB Artisan, a business that customizes ready-made footwear into incredible, unique, 100% wearable works of art. How do we do that? Envision Jamie Ukuma, but with seal fur. ENB Artisan adorns all kind of footwear with luxurious seal fur by using byproducts of the animals we use for sustenance. The challenge is making the footwear, and this is where you come in. We currently create this all inside our home. If we had a dedicated workshop that is safe, well ventilated, with sufficient work surfaces, we could expand with small machinery to allow us to create the footwear in Nunavut for our much sought after products. By investing in ENB, you invest in the Arctic to a way of life, empowering Inuit by celebrating our inherent skills, by supporting the growth of our culture's evolution, by using materials once used for survival, now to be used to be fashion forward. Thank you.
That's awesome. Good job. Nice pitch. Can you give us an idea about your sales projections?
I'm just going to switch my glass. Yes.
Okay.
So by the third year, it's 47,000 would be my EBITDA. There's lots of information, but that's what I'll use for now.
Hey, Nicole, thank you for the presentation. Really appreciate that. Who is your customer base? Who is the customer that you're going after with this specific product?
Most of the customers are in the circumpolar region, but also abroad in the countries that allow seal fur, say China.
Nice pitch. I was just wondering if you could talk about your biggest challenges with seal fur.
My biggest challenge is distribution worldwide because, of course, the Marine Mammal Protection Act, but we have a large, like the circumpolar region is quite large, as well as the countries that do allow seal fur.
Thanks. Could you tell me a little bit more about what inspired you to start this business in the first place?
Seals are so important to Inuit, and I wanted to be able to create a product that we could go forward with. Yes, we used it for warmth and survival in the past. I want to be able to bring it forward that we can use it every day. So Inuit and everybody can celebrate seals all the time. See, we can wear them all the time.
Yes.
Nicole, is there, I guess, any thought into adding additional products to the product line? So I know it's seals today. Are you looking at potentially adding other things to it?
Absolutely. I'm thinking about muskox hide, which is not in the MMA, leather of the seal fur as well, and all other products. I've got cushions, footstools, chairs, things like that.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much.
Up next, we have Kaylin Baker, owner of Kaylin Baker Designs.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Baker. I'm Northern Shoshone and Tlingit, and the sole proprietor of Kaylin Baker Designs, a luxury beadwork brand based out of Whitehorse, Yukon. I created this business as a way to rebel against intergenerational trauma by empowering, inspiring, and reclaiming culture and tradition. Currently, my demand outweighs my supply, and as a way to make my brand more accessible, I started designing fabric. This design here reminded me of the granny hanky, which is deeply integrated into Indigenous culture but actually originates overseas. So I started thinking about creating an Indigenous line of Canadian granny hankies. So far, I've designed 5 different styles using my own beadwork, but eventually I want to include beadwork for my community as well, which would generate income for the amazing artists, including youth and elders. Although I've yet to launch this line, I've already ordered several samples and generated interest through my social media platforms and a local shop in Whitehorse. Pow Wow Pitch would help me create a digital media station and start manufacturing. Masicho for your time.
Beautiful, beautiful products. Can you tell me where you see your business in 5 years?
Hopefully in 5 years, I am able to have like a full line of not only granny hankies, but also apparel. I've started designing for, apparel. I have one dress right now, but I have so many plans. I want to really expand and include my community in this. I just think it would be amazing to see, like a granny hanky made with beadwork from your granny. Like it could just go like so far. And I'm also working with a grant right now, and so I'm hoping in 5 years I'll be able to continue maybe every other year to get another grant and work towards a long-term goal of having poetry and my matching beadwork. And also, as I continue, I'd be able to scan my newer beadworks and use those as well in the line.
Thank you, Kaylin. Really good job, and I love the scarf that you showed us. It was really beautiful. Can you just give me a sense of how people would find you today? And then do you have any expansion plans beyond what you're currently doing?
Yeah, so I have a following right now of 12.3 thousand on Instagram and about 5,000 on Facebook and 3 on TikTok, and I have a subscription list on my website also. Thanks.
Oh, we're out of time. Thank you, Kaylin. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Kaylin.
Next, we have Natasha Ala Kurielak, artist and jeweler at Salinik.
Hi, my name is Natasha Alakarelak. I'm an Inuk mother of 2 children based in Iqaluit, Nunavut. I started my business called Sailinuk in 2019, creating and selling sealskin earrings, but since then have incorporated materials such as narwhal and walrus tusk, baleen, polar bear fur, caribou antler, muskox horn, and fish leather. I also hand-carve prints that reflect the revitalization of traditional Inuit tattoos and clothing. As well, I make luxury sealskin hats. Right now, I rely heavily on friends to share their tools and space so that I could keep up with the demand of my product. If I won this year's pitch, I would have my own insulated space and tools to increase my inventory, and this would also support me in continuing giving back to Inuit youth who are aspiring artists, and would benefit Inuit hunters in Nunavut, as I would be purchasing materials directly from them and contributing to our traditional economy. Nakomik.
Thank you, Natasha. That was great. I appreciate that. You mentioned having to keep up with the demand from your customers. Who is your customer base, and how do you plan on expanding that?
Yeah, so right now I rely on, like I said, I rely on others to share their space, and that means I rely on their time. And if they're not in their shop for a day, or if they have others in their shop, then that means I can't tend to my material. We have a large base in all over Nunavut, all over a lot of Inuit regions, southern Canada. We've sold our product to Greenland, to Australia, to the States. So what I mean by expanding is, especially through social media, or reaching out to many people all over the world.
Great, thank you.
Hi, Natasha. Could you tell me what inspired you to start your business?
Yeah, I've been an artist since I could remember. I followed my mom in her career as an artist, and throughout high school I began getting really serious about printmaking and crafting, and just in these last few years I've taken it seriously. Yeah.
Thanks, Natasha. And I love that we can see your products. They're beautiful. Tell me where you hope to see your business in 5 years.
I would love to have our products in stores. We did sell a big bulk of earrings to a really well-known shop in Greenland called Tribute. I would love to continue providing shops such as this place with our material, and continue providing large amounts of our product so that they're readily available, not only directly through me, but through other shops in and around Canada, and internationally if we could. Yeah.
Next, we have Tanya Larson.
Ringwinzi. My name is Tanya Larson. I'm a Gwich'in artist located in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. I launched my Shopify store in December of 2017, and my business has been growing exponentially ever since. I create Gwich'in fine jewelry that I sell online, and I use rare materials such as moose hide, caribou hide, vintage beads from Europe. It's been my passion to be able to share my culture through adornment, and I'm really proud to have been able to influence the landscape of Indigenous jewelry in Canada. How I would like to use the grant prize money would be to hire highly skilled Indigenous artists from remote communities, because I've been able to do that with one artist in the past year, and it's enabled me to double my revenue and help me meet the demand of my customers.
You've been around since 2017. Who's your customer base, and how do you look to expand beyond that specific customer base?
For sure. My customer base are women that are really in touch with the materials that they put on their body, and also that are attached to story whenever it comes to adornment, and they like refined high quality materials, and also really support strong Indigenous women that want to be able to promote their culture and work with our community.
Hi there, Tanya. I was wondering, are all your products handmade? And if so, how are you able to communicate the value of having a handmade product?
Yes, all my products are handmade, from, like harvesting the materials from the land and working with hunters and knowledge holders to be able to get those to every stitch on the piece. The way I've been able to communicate that was sharing stories through video and through social media and my blog, and creating narratives to really show the importance of the handmade and the value of slow fashion today.
Great, thank you so much.
Tanya, I love that we can see some of your products. They look beautiful. I love your earrings. Did you make your earrings a necklace?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. So let me ask you, where do you see your business in 5 years?
The way I want to see success in my business is to be able to work with more Indigenous artists in northern communities and really being able to decentralize the way that I operate, because what's most important for me is to have women that are pillars in their community being able to be self-sustaining and create wealth in the community as much as for the business.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Great job, Tanya.
Up next, we have Bernice Clark, owner and founder of Oahu Soap.
Hi, my name is Bernice Kutu Clark. I am an Inuk mom from Iqaluit, Nunavut. Today, I am here to pitch you my business, Wasau Soap, where we incorporate traditional Inuit healing into a new and modern way. Wasau integrates culturally harvested bowhead whale oil into our products. Our products have been known to ease the pain and suffering of eczema, psoriasis, dry scalp, and dry skin. When I win this, I am going to be able to help vulnerable at-risk youth in our community by creating outreach programs that will help the youth connect with the old ways and our elders on the land. By taking back the bowhead, we are healing culturally, from our skin to our hearts.
In order, you have to have that confidence. So when you win this, as you said, good job. So my question is around your product. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? You mentioned the process, or like what you use as an ingredient, the whale oil. I'm not sure if I heard it correctly. Could you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yes, definitely. This is the product that we started off with, the body butter, where we incorporate the bowhead oil that has been a healing agent for Inuit for hundreds of years before colonization. We add that into our soap as well, so you could see that it mimics the bowhead whale, one of our lines.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hey, Bernice, how are you? Great job. Good job.
Thank you,
Hey, Bernice,
Thank you, Kevin.
How do you define success? What do you see success as?
Defining success is you're healthy, you're inspiring, and you're motivated to help be a part of the community, to help it grow and to connect.
Nice to meet you, Bernice. I as well have a soap company called Sequoia, and I was just wondering if with the word soap in your business name, do you find it pigeonholes you?
No, not yet. I haven't had that problem. I've been able to market myself enough that people know me for the bowhead oil in our body butters.
Okay, yes, great.
Great pitch, Bernice. Thank you. Could you please talk about the sustainability of your product and the bowhead whales?
Yes, so I have a relationship with my fellow Inuit. They come and call me for when they catch the bowhead, which was our medicine. So when there is a cultural hunt happening, I monitor the hunt, and when it is caught, I make the connection, and then it is shipped to me.
Thank you.
Next, we have Emily Jonasi, owner of Miksukta.
Hi, my name is Emily. I am the owner and operator of Miksukta. Miksukta is a fabric store here in Iqaluit, Nunavut. We are the only store dedicated to fabrics in my community. Here, my customers can find supplies ideal for northern sewing. Creating parkas and a mautit is common and essential in our day-to-day. Since January 2019, I have slowly expanded in including products such as yarn, beads, and furs. Milksukta continues to have potential, especially in online orders. With this year's COVID-19, my business has been placed in a vulnerable position. Moving to add online orders would be an ideal solution. With the support of Pow Wow Pitch, we will build an online store by hiring resources, purchasing equipment, inventory, and supplies. This will bring my services and products to the wider audience. Make for listening to my business and the impact you can make in my community.
Can you please just give me a sense of like what inspired and motivated you to start your business?
I am formally trained as a school teacher. I took my time as a classroom teacher away mainly for my family. I've been sewing and self-taught, community-taught seamstress for over 15 years. I wanted to save my sewing and design skills, but wanted to share my supplies.
We know about you. Can you give us a little background on like the team that's supporting you behind the scenes?
I am actually the sole owner and operator of this business. My retail stores run 6 days a week, and thankfully I am supported personally by my family, my husband, my brother who has run the business for over a decade, and a lot of my community members.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Hi, Emily. Could you tell us about what you consider to be your biggest achievement so far in your business?
I would like to say that my elderly customers who feel most welcome in their homeland and in their preferred language of choice is often one of the major highlights that I continuously have in my store, because my unilingual elders can come now to my store without having to have an interpreter, without having to have a helper to help them purchase the items that they need for their craft.
Our final pitch this evening from Canada's territories is Sheila Flaherty, chef and founder of Sijakut.
In March 2017, Canada learnt about my food dream to own a bed and breakfast and offer Inuit food menus in Iqaluit, thanks to Top 24, Season 4 of MasterChef Canada. My appearance catapulted me into serving His Royal Highness, Prince Charles and Duchess Camilla, just 3 short months after airing. Like me, Sijakut aims for the moon, and even if it misses, it will land amongst the stars. I've been a chef for Inuit Teperit Kanatami Taste of the Arctic event, resident chef at the National Arts Centre, and chef for 2 Canada Goose events in Toronto and New York City. Sijakut promotes, protects, and preserves Inuit culture through a culinary journey. Our 60-page feasibility study is in hand. Business plan will be finalized this fall. Our 1,200 square foot home will be replaced with a 4,000 square foot hub that will have a commercial kitchen and a 4-bedroom bed and breakfast. Doors will open August 2023.
Awesome, Sheila. Good job. Nice pitch. So, Sheila, what's been your major hurdle, your major challenge going through this process?
One of the major challenges has been the pandemic. There were some hiccups along the way as well with the funding support and the consultants that we had. But our consultant that we have on board has completed the feasibility stage to our liking in the time that it should have taken. And we look forward to continuing on with the business plan.
Hey, Sheila, great job. Thank you for that. You're obviously the face of the company. Can you give us just a brief breakdown of the team that you have supporting you behind the scenes?
Great question. It's 100% Inuit owned by myself and my husband, Johnny Flaherty. And we have yet to have legal work done to determine the director shares, but we'll be doing that this fall once we complete the business plan.
Hi, Sheila. I'm just wondering, what is your star dish?
It depends. Great question. It depends on the season. We harvest different foods throughout the year, as you can hopefully appreciate. We have sea ice that goes from January to June-ish, and then our ocean is open from July-ish to October, and then there's a long wait in between, and that's the worst season. But it depends on the season on what we harvest. But it's seal meat, Arctic char, Arctic clams right now, seaweed, not so much caribou at the moment, but geese, ducks, I can go on and on. Berries, Arctic berries.
Great. Oh my God, that sounds good.
We would also like to give an honorary mention to Terry Lee J. Isaac, founder of Tukton Tours, who was unable to pitch this evening. It's time to meet our youth semifinalists under the age of 19 from across Turtle Island. First up, we have Nicola Lynn Toby Nicholson, founder of Happy Cone's solar-powered ice cream trailer.
My name is Nikki Nicholson, and I am the owner and creator of my business, Happy Cone Solar Powered Ice Cream Trailer. I live in Indigenous, Nova Scotia, and I am Ojibwe. My band is the Beausoleil First Nations on Georgian Bay. My idea for Happy Cones came from a summer program I took at St. Yvette called Girls Mean Business. Happy Cones creates summer youth employment for me and my friends, runs 100% on clean solar power, and takes care of our environment. Happy Cones promotes and teaches the incredible benefits of solar energy to our community, province, and all of Canada. Happy Cones could very well be the first 100% solar-powered ice cream trailer in Canada. Happy Cones also has some great sponsors, including Efficiency Nova Scotia Power, Indigenous Clean Energy, and the Royal Bank of Canada. Thank you.
What funding did you use to purchase the trailer and to get that started? And when did you start that?
Well, it all started, I had the idea a couple years ago, but my dad was a really big help with all of the funding for everything, kind of like the trailer and the solar panels in general. So he was a big help with that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hi, Nicola. If you were to win the $25,000, what would you be using it for?
Well, probably buying a new trailer or some type of marketing, creating a new website to really show everybody what Happy Cones is and give information on solar power and just things like that. But a new trailer would definitely be very helpful and useful.
Mm-hmm. Great, thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. Could you please tell us a little bit about your customers and where you sell the ice cream?
Well, we're mobile, so we usually go around town, but we go to events sometimes on the weekends. There's this farmer's market and an arts fair we tend to, but we're usually located on Main Street, which is just a popular street where people come by, and we announce it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job, and I love the concept. And I'm thinking about like just adding sustainability and an eco-consciousness to like what we do in like a normal life, like buying ice cream or whatever, right? But I'm hearing two different things. Like I hear the ice cream that it sounds like you sell, but then there's this like concept that you've built this like a truck or that's solar powered, right? So are you selling potentially the technology or the ability like to sell your trucks to people as well, or is it just ice cream, or is it both?
It's just ice cream, but also just telling everybody about the solar power in general and just everybody being aware of its benefits.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So the education to that as well. Nice.
Definitely.
Up next, we have Ruby Mae Daniels and Lee Edna Daniels, co-founders of 3R Innovative Imaging.
Hi, my name is Ruby. My name is Andy. And we are 15 years old and we are twins. We are from Monero First Nation in Saskatchewan. Our success story starts with a group of 15 students from grades ages 9 to 16, starting a company we call 3R Innovative Imaging. Recycle, reinvent, reuse. We are doing our part to help save the environment by having a partnership with Habitat for Humanity, where they donate boards to us and wood that would usually go into the garbage dump into beautiful pieces of art. We have started making rear view mirror hangings that have sold hundreds in the past month alone, and our art is now sold in 5 large gift stores across our province. Our winnings will be used to pay for startup kits that will be given to Indigenous communities in Canada, along with our knowledge that will give us a chance to succeed like we have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Ruby. That was really awesome. I love the sustainability aspect of this, and that you're using reused, recycled material. Can you tell me a little bit about what inspired you and your twin, you said, to get started?
We were starting at the beginning of the business before we did different types of art, and now we do completely different ways. And Corona has made us just focus on the art part, and now the Corona's over, we're focusing on the selling part now.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of inventory.
Awesome. So you get a lot of inventory to sell?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have sold thousands so far. And
oh, that's great. That's great.
Hey, how are you? Good job. Nice pitch. So my question is,
Thank you.
What's your least favorite thing about being an entrepreneur?
There's not really a lot, other than having to get up early in the morning, which is really hard to do sometimes. That's my honest opinion on it.
That's awesome. I appreciate the honesty. That's awesome.
Other than that, there's really no downsides.
That's good to hear. Hey, Ruby, thanks for your pitch. That was fantastic. You mentioned you guys are in 3 major gift stores. How did you get into those gift stores?
Oh, 5 major gift stores.
Okay.
We usually see them when we are at trade shows or conferences or even powwow sometimes, and they would be like, I'd love to sell your art since I have a place to sell them, and people clock into their stores every day. So, and we give them a slight discount so they can make a profit.
Wow, thank you.
Great. Hi, Ruby.
Hello.
Could you tell us your favorite part of being an entrepreneur?
It was definitely going out before Corona and having fun. The big crowds were a little scary for the first year, but it was really fun. And also seeing other businesses and seeing where they have gone, it was really cool to see all the stories.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you so much.
Great job, Ruby.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Talia Lafontaine, founder of Ohana Made Designs.
Tanse and aloha! My name is Talia, and along with my sisters, we are Ohana Made Designs. I'm the eldest of 5 children, and our parents have always taught us to be independent and self-reliant. Recently, our dad suffered a heart infection, which took my mother away to tend to his needs. This left my siblings and I in a position where we had to grow up quickly and find ways to help our family, our Ohana. We set a goal to improve our situation, and that is how Ohana Made Designs began. We create beautiful jewelry that is beautiful and unique. Since starting in April, we made $300 through social media. This month, we've doubled our sales by having our products in a handmade store, reaching out to social media influencers, and increasing our exposure on 4 news channels in 1 week. We love to give back to the community and are now sponsoring an inner city youth. We plan to open an online store so we can sell outside of Regina. With the prize money, we will purchase a Cricut machine, a spoon bender, and shipping and marketing supplies. I want to thank Pow Wow Pitch for this opportunity. Watch and mahalo.
Thanks, Talia. That was a fantastic pitch. Can you tell me what makes your product unique?
What makes our product unique is we are 3 Indigenous Hawaiian sisters who started this business to help our family. We find that as we grow and expand, we want to show our native cultures with the jewelry that we make. We find that a lot of the customers who have purchased our products tell us that they're beautiful and that they're fun and unique, and that has motivated us to kind of create something different.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, Talia, a little bit about your vision for growth? Like, where do you see your company in, let's say, the next 3 to 5 years?
So we see our company growing a lot more. Just this month, as I said in the pitch, we've doubled our sales through the exposure that we kind of got through the news stations that have interviewed us. We definitely want to sell more new products, including necklaces, self-defense keychains, and even clothing like the ones I'm wearing right now. Yeah.
Thank you, Talia. That was fantastic pitch. I really appreciate that. Brandon took my question, so it was more of a comment. Love the story, the backstory, the way you lead with that. It's fantastic. So keep doing that.
Thank you.
Hi, Talia. Nice to meet you. You mentioned your siblings, and I was just wondering, who's part of the team? Is it just you, or is it you and your siblings?
It's myself and my two sisters. My younger sister, Linnea, is 13 years old, and my other sister, Talia, is 11 years old.
Did you make the fabric that's behind you as well?
This fabric is from my great-grandma, Hula Islands. She lives in Tonga. So this is, we're Hawaiian, so it's straight from the islands.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Very cool.
Amazing. Thank you, Talia. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Talia.
Next, we have Hadiz Andres Baldhead John, aka Peanut, founder of It Stops the Stink.
Hi, my name is Hades and I'm 11 years old from Ontario First Nation in Saskatchewan. You may know me from my YouTube channel, Peanuts Experiments. The problem we have solved, the vents on top of your roof getting covered with snow and ice on houses all over the world. When this happens, your drains don't work, harmful gases like methane starts to build up, causing a terrible smell. Thanks to our invention to fix the problem is a sewer vent extension kit, like this. We have sold 800 of them in the past few years. They work, easy to install, only cost us one screw. And people have said they never have to go on their roof or boring pots of water to fix the problem, which is also a safety hazard. But the only way to fix it with our winnings is to sell 1,000 a year, get them into large stores, get a patent on our product. How cool would that be? Whenever you hear our slogan, "It stops the stink," you will always think of us. And thank you for your time.
Thanks, Peanut.
Thanks, Peanut.
Thanks, Peanut. That's cool.
Well done, Peanut. I think you're the youngest pitcher we've seen today, and you did a fantastic job. And what a great invention. Can you tell us what gave you the idea for it?
Fix the problem.
To fix the problem.
Fix the problem. Good answer. Thank you.
So, Peanut, I want to hear more about this YouTube channel and then how that sort of inspired you to actually fix this problem.
You do.
It's my do?
Yep.
Okay, so I always wanted to make a YouTube channel, but I never knew what to do until my mom told me maybe I should do experiments. So that's what I started to do.
Nice.
Hey, Peanut, great job. Speaking of selling them, where do you sell them now? Where can folks buy this product currently?
Trade shows, conferences, and we sell presentations and chiefs and tribal councils.
Great, thank you.
Great. Hi, Peanut. Where would you put the money if you were to win the competition? Where would you start spending that first for your business?
Well, to make more of them and get a patent. How to make them is you only need one PVC pipe and a rubber neck collar. It costs it, and you make it. How we make it, we use $7 to make it, and we sell for $20. And as soon as you put it, it won't break off.
Great, thank you.
Fantastic, Peanut. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's
Great
awesome.
job.
Next, we have Cindy Patricia Fortune, founder of Arts for a Queen.
Hi, I'm Cindy Fortune, the founder of Arts for Equine. Did you know that an average season of horse shows can cost over $7,000? When I opened Arts for Equine, I had riders in mind, specifically those who have more troubles paying for their passions, just like me. My boot trees keep our boots in tip-top shape because in the end, they're with us every step of the way. My boot trees are triple stitched for maximum wear, and are a more eco-friendly option to the traditional plastic boot trees. And they are also fully customizable. I believe that the main problem in my sport is accessibility. I would like to change that by creating an affordable and quality equestrian wear. I have big goals for my business. I'd like to double my profits from the mid 4 figures to the low 5 figures by growing my online platform and investing in industrial.
Hey, Cindy, thank you for the presentation. That was fantastic. Love seeing the product, the visuals. How are you currently selling this product? What channels are you using to get that out there if you're selling it right now?
Currently, I have a booth. I'm going to local events like horse shows, and I'm trying to stay in the region. I have been shipping around Canada, but I'd like to go around the world.
Great. Thank you very much.
Hi, Cindy. Thank you so much. I was wondering, what makes your boot trees unique?
My boot trees are full as kind of represent you and your horse, and I also like that they are dual purpose. I can transport my boots with a handle right here.
Thanks very much, Cindy. That was a great pitch. I love seeing your product. Can you tell me a little bit more about your team? Do you have other people that work with you?
Currently, it's just me and my mom. It's me manufacturing everything, and she's working more on the technical side and like my social medias.
Cindy, really good job, and thank you for taking us through like each section of your plan. Like, you know, it made total sense for me. Can you please give me, I guess, an idea of your aspirations for growth? Where do you see the company, let's say, like 3 years from now?
In 3 years, I'm hoping to be shipping more internationally, and I would also like to come out with my other lines. Right now, I currently just have my boot trees and other small products, but I'd like to come out with a bigger line within the equestrian clothing. That would be
Cool. Thank you so much for that. Really good job. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. Great job.
Our final youth pitch for this evening is Josie Laframboise, founder of Eyecon.Designs.
Hello, my name is Josie Laframboise. I am 16 years old, and I am from the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan. I am the founder of a small business called Eyecon.Designs. I create inclusive, one-of-a-kind, handmade beadwork, and I also sew ribbon skirts. I have sold my items nationally and internationally on Instagram since March of this year. If I were to win one of the Pow Pitch prizes, I would use the money to buy my crafting supplies in bulk from a wholesaler, and I would also like to build a little workstation in my house, which would include a crafting table, a comfy chair, and good lighting. Thank you for listening to my Pow Pitch.
Hey, Josie, great pitch. Thank you for participating here. Just curious to learn a little bit more about the team you have supporting you in this. I know, and normally it's, you know, there's the front person, but then there's the people behind the scenes. Who's on your team?
It's mostly myself, but my family is my support system. They support me with whatever I need, and yeah, they help me sometimes, but it's mostly me.
Great. Okay, great. Thank you.
Great. Hi, Josie. I see you make handmade products. So I'm just wondering, are you able to communicate that through, if it's social media or however you do your marketing, on the value of handmade?
I usually sell my stuff on Instagram or through the Facebook Marketplace.
Great. And your customers can tell that everything is handmade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Great job, Josie. I'm guessing that you made the necklace that you're wearing. Do you happen to have a ribbon skirt that you made that you could show us?
Oh.
And if you don't, that's okay. But if you do, I'd love to see one.
Here's one.
That's fantastic. Thanks for showing that to us. So it looks like a really beautiful product. Can you tell us what inspired you to start this business?
Well, my family and my culture inspired me to start it because beadwork and sewing is like an outlet for me, and it's also a way to connect with my culture and share it with others.
Thank you.
That's cool. Thank you so
Really
much,
good
Josie.
job. Thanks.
That's cool.
Thank you, Josie.
We would also like to give an honorary mention to Travin Chiefwabi, founder of I Scream Before You Scream, and Candace Lucy Louise Cotter, founder of Pony Pal Box, who are unable to join us this evening. Wow, well done, entrepreneurs. Congratulations on your amazing pitches this evening. The judges have scored, deliberated, and selected the top 3 entrepreneurs from the United States and Territories and top 2 entrepreneurs from the youth to advance to the finals. It's now my pleasure to announce the top 3 entrepreneurs from the United States who received the highest scores and who will advance to the finals. And of the top 3, who is the winner of the United States semifinals and who will take home $500 tonight. The first 2 semifinalists selected to advance to the finals are Danielle Pieratos, Harvest Nation, and Tekahentakhwa, Tarbell, Niawen. And the winner of the USA for the Pow Wow Pitch semifinals taking home $500 tonight is Austin Charles Serio, ShockTalk. Congratulations, Austin, Tara, and Danielle for advancing to the finals. Now I'm delighted to announce the 3 entrepreneurs from Canada's territories who received the highest scores and will advance to the finals. And of the top 3, who is the winner of the territory semifinals and will take home $500 tonight. Emily Jonassi, owner of Mixukta, and Joella Hogan, Yukon Soap. And the winner of the territory semifinals advancing to the finals and taking home $500, Bernice Clark, Wasu Soap. And finally, I'm delighted to announce the 2 youth entrepreneurs who received the highest scores and will advance to the finals. And of the top 2, who is the youth winner of the youth semifinal and will receive $1,000 tonight. Moving on to the finals is Ruby Mae Daniels and Lee Edna Daniels, co-founders of 3R Innovative Imaging. And the winner of the youth semifinal, who is also receiving $1,000 tonight, is Telia LaFontaine, founder of Ohana Made Designs. Congratulations, Telia, Ruby, and Lee for advancing to the finals. Remember, you can still vote for your favorite entrepreneur to advance to the finals by voting in the People's Choice Award before midnight on September 26, 2021. Visit powwowpitch.org/vote to vote now. Thank you, judges, for your support, excellent questions, and for selecting the entrepreneurs advancing forward to the finals. Please share your final reflections and thoughts on tonight's semifinals.
I was so impressed with all the entrepreneurs and their pitches and the originality, and their motivation was so high. I would just encourage them to follow their dreams and keep on working on your businesses. Congratulations.
Thank you so much to all the entrepreneurs that share with us their personal stories and their why as to why they started their business. I look forward to seeing many of them grow and expand and go into e-commerce. And as you're thinking about building your online platform, please consider Shopify as your source to power your e-commerce business. But thank you so much for the time that they share with us today.
It was an absolute pleasure and a privilege given the opportunity to listen to their stories, listen to their businesses. I mean, I see so much potential, and it is with great respect with NACA and on behalf of all NACA members and even the entrepreneurs across Turtle Island, we say thank you. And we look forward to seeing you doing great things and continue to do great things. And a big Chimigwich. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'd like to share that the entrepreneurs left me inspired. It was great hearing their passion and just the why behind the business that they're getting started. So truly inspirational. Everyone did a fantastic job. It's not easy getting up in front of strangers, right? We have never met these entrepreneurs before, and discussing your business and why you should be selected as a finalist. So kudos to everyone.
Yeah, well, I wanted to encourage every single one of the entrepreneurs that presented to not give up, and all of them had such heart and energy into their business, and that's what the world is lacking, is looking for all these entrepreneurs to just bring their presence out into the world. So please don't give up. Even if you don't win today, it's something the world needs.
Thank you, judges. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, RBC, Shopify, and Facebook. To our silver sponsors, the Business Development Bank of Canada, NACA, and Canada Post. Our seed sponsors, Export Development Canada, Square, Sierra, MyTax, Raven Indigenous Capital Partners, and Invest Ottawa. Our collaborating partners, Startup Canada, Raven Reads, Arctic, and Jelly Academy. And our promotional partners. Thank you to our mentors, volunteers, and all of the judges for your support in bringing the 2021 Pow Wow Pitch online and across Turtle Island this evening. Thank you also to our executive producer, Victoria Lennox, and our creative producer, Cyprian Shalankevich, for bringing our vision to life. Huge congratulations to tonight's entrepreneurs for their passionate and compelling pitches. Thank you to all of our viewers tonight for cheering on Indigenous entrepreneurs through Pow Wow Pitch. Let's keep the conversation going using the hashtag Pow Wow Pitch. And join us on October 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time right here on powwowpitch.org to watch the 2021 Pow Wow Pitch Grand Finale, where the finalists will pitch to win prizes ranging from $3,000 to $25,000. Until then, I am your host, Sunshine Tenasco, signing off. Miigwech Kipijay Nyongo Minakshi.